The Northwestern Lady Trojans participating in the South Meck New Year's Classic. I'm CN2's Morgan Cox. I'll have highlights, plus an interview with the head coach giving her thoughts on the game.
This is CN2 Sports. The Youth Shrine Bowl taking place this past weekend. And while the football game is certainly a lot of fun, what else did these athletes do before hitting the field? And the Northwestern High School girls basketball team crossing the state line to participate in the South Meck New Year's Classic. But first, CN2's Morgan Cox with the latest from the College Bowl football games and the Tri-County players now playing for a national championship.
Clemson Tigers playing in the Cotton Bowl against Notre Dame. The Tigers will play in its third college football playoff championship game in 4 seasons after the Tigers used a big second quarter to cruise past Notre Dame 30-3. 3 athletes from Rock Hill on the Clemson football roster are heading to the national championship. Darian Kendrick, a freshman wide receiver, Logan Rudolph, a freshman defensive end, and BT Potter, a kicker. The South Carolina Gamecocks did not have to travel too far for their bowl game. The Gamecocks played the Virginia Cavaliers in the Belk Bowl at the Bank of America Stadium. Belk made a few funny jokes early on about Josh Belk, a Carolina defensive lineman, being their favorite Carolina player. Belk is from Richburg and went to Louisville High School. Another athlete on the Gamecock football roster from the Tri-County is Noah Vinson, a freshman linebacker from Lancaster. Vinson attended Buford High School. The Gamecocks did not perform well, however, as they were shut down by the Cavaliers 0-28. Not exactly the way you want to finish a season. Winthrop men's basketball team overcame a 12-point deficit to earn its 4th straight victory against Prairie View A&M, 76-62. Head coach Pat Kelsey was very pleased with the crowd turnout as he posted this tweet on Twitter, saying to the small group of die-hard Eagles fans that came to the game even though the Gamecocks and Clemson were playing in the bowl games, thank you. To the rest of you, I'll do whatever it takes to earn your business. Eagles are back in action on New Year's Day as they'll ring in 2019 in Tallahassee, Florida to take on Florida State on January 1st at 1 p.m. Sticking with the Eagles, Winthrop junior forward Josh Ferguson has been named one of the Big South men's basketball co-players of the week. Ferguson nearly averaged a double-double with 20.5 points and 9.5 rebounds in 2 wins last week. He opened with 15 points and 9 boards against Maryland Eastern Shore on December 20th and followed with 26 points, 10 rebound effort, and a victory at Southern Illinois last Saturday. Way to go, Josh. The Youth Shrine Bowl happening over the weekend in Matthews Sportsplex in Matthews, North Carolina. Standout athletes from 6th, 7th, and 8th grades participating in the games. The 6th grade game ended in a tie, 6-6. North Carolina won the 7th grade game, 14-0. For the 8th grade game, Quay Howard from Rawlingson Road Middle School on the South Carolina team had an interception with about 2 minutes left to seal the deal with a South Carolina win, 14-12. Before the teams kicked off, though, they visited Shriners Children's Hospital in Greenville, South Carolina. The Youth Shrine Bowl is played to raise money for the Shriners Children's Hospital. The Northwestern High School girls basketball team travels to Charlotte, North Carolina to take on South Mecklenburg in the South Meck New Year's Classic. The Trojans fell to South Meck 31-69. Their record is now 4-7 overall. Head coach Sharon Robertson gives her thoughts on the game.
Defensively, we played well. We got into a transition game because of our turnovers. Turnovers have actually been killing us recently, so it's just trying to get away from that. Once we get away from making the turnovers, we trust our defense and we start scoring offensively consistently, we'll start to get more wins.
And speaks of a standout player.
Brittany gets it. She's a seasoned varsity player. She knows how to put the team on her back. She can pull them together. She has her days, her high and lows, but she always brings the same positive attitude.
The Trojans are back in action January 4th against Spartanburg High School in Spartanburg. That'll do it for CN2 Sports. I'm Morgan Cox.